Peer-to-peer is what it says on the tin, if you'll forgive the phrase. Very simply, these are technology platforms which link people who wish to loan money directly to individuals or businesses who are looking to borrow money. And the role of the platform isn't just, if you like, a financial dating agency. It is there to provide a framework through which one would hope the lender can have a certain amount of confidence that the borrower has been properly screened for a considerable period of time, and I say considerable period of time, for the duration that peer-to-peer has been a significant and growing presence in the financial landscape. Pensions have been believed to be unable to invest in peer-to-peer type products for all sorts of technical reasons that to do with what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do. The great innovation that has occurred over the last 6 months or so is that a number of pension providers have figured out how people can use their pension money to invest in a peer-to-peer platform. So the how is done. I think what we have to ask ourselves is, why might a person want to do this? And the very clear and obvious answer to that is that interest rates through traditional deposit accounts are, to all extents and purposes, non-existent, and there is a huge demand for income, especially from pension owners who are in some form of drawdown or receiving income from their pension schemes, and therefore want a low risk profile that is still capable of paying them a return that is reasonable. The Treasury and government more generally have been extremely supportive of peer-to-peer particularly, and indeed to the extent that they designed and implemented their own financial product, the Innovative Finance ISA, to encourage long-term savings in the peer-to-peer sector. So that they have given real and specific tax breaks to individuals who want to invest through P2P through the Innovative Finance ISA. We see this as a hugely significant innovation. There is more money in pensions than any other long-term savings vehicle, £2.5 trillion currently and rising. The SIPP industry itself is worth hundreds and hundreds of billions. Even a relatively modest amount of that finding its way into the peer-to-peer platforms will create a surge in liquidity on the supply side of money on the P2P platforms, which means a number of things. It means clearly much greater access to funds from SMEs, but you could also argue that will promote some pricing competition, and therefore the upside from an SME point of view is they may well find that they can borrow through P2P more cheaply than they currently can. Of course, the flip side of that is the returns to investors will commensurately reduce, but that the market will find equilibrium, and I suspect it will still be an attractive place to invest long-term money, always subject, of course, to doing your due diligence properly. We think the combination of peer-to-peer investments funded by huge amounts of long-term pension money coming through self-invested personal pensions will be a potent force both for the growing of small businesses and for healthy and sustainable returns to pension savers.